Welcome back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny
and Amber Loewe.
Yes! Oh my, I've never been so excited to record an episode all year. See what I did there?
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
No, I actually am really excited though. You're not excited?
Like, honestly, I'm not like dying for it.
We were saying the other day that like we are never in the same energy at the same time.
Ever.
Like it's either one person is super like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And the other one is like, okay, I don't understand why you feel like this.
Yeah.
We're never like super
excited at the same time.
That's so sad though.
Yeah, but I'm just not.
Oh my God, now I know how it feels when I do that.
Yeah. Because I'm more excited about things than you are.
Yeah, and I'm just
and most of the time you're like, okay, and I'm like,
no, you're not excited about things. You just come like a ball of excitement for like there's actually no reason, which is not. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, what's the reason for this excitement? And that's what I don't get. Like, there's no reason for this
because
one.
you know why? Because when we have a guest episode, we miss out. It's like a 2-week backlog of things to talk about. So I'm like excited to like get into it.
Oh my God, I thought you meant you're like excited about like the topic.
And
I'm like,
I'm
just not that like wow.
To an extent, yeah.
Like, I'm so excited, like, it's us two. Woo! Like, yay, go.
Wow, if you're new here, like, it's usually, like, way better vibes than this. I really don't know what's going on. I'm joking. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good, thanks.
Why are you looking at me? Like, I can see something behind those eyes.
What?
I don't know.
I'm good.
Yeah, I love your pink on pink.
Thank you.
You've got pink nails. You've got the pink trainer.
My Bermudas. I've actually got a trainer update for you guys.
Oh, go!
It's a new collaboration.
Oh, yeah?
It's Comme des Garçons is collaborating with Nike Air Maxes. They were first seen during Paris Fashion Week, actually. Go on to that in a sec. And I'm not too sure when they're out yet, but keep an eye out for them. I'm not like the biggest fan because I'm just like not a fan of those type of Air Maxes.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are kind of... I want to say 98s, but it's not the 98s.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Air Maxes in general.
I like Air Max 1s always. Like, they're like a classic, cute.
I don't even...
but they're like the ones where like, it kind of... I can't explain it. It goes round and round. But yeah, so for all my sneakerheads out there, there's a Comme des Garçons like collab coming.
Oh, fun. From our resident sneakerhead.
I'm taking the job seriously.
I mean, I love to see it.
Thanks.
I absolutely love to see it.
Cheers. These are the Bermudas, by the way, kids. They're the most comfortable trainer I've ever worn in my life.
Nice.
I've influenced some of the girlies in the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love.
Because they're just so cute.
Yeah,
like,
they are
The thing
cute.
is, these bloody jeans, I've washed them, but they're still dyeing things. And now I'm like, back.
Are they dyeing the...
Yeah, a little bit. It's gone a bit...
Mate, they absolutely ruined my Reeboks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... Well, I haven't actually actively started looking, but you know these people that like restore people's trainers back to health. Because I don't want to start trying to do it myself.
Yeah, sometimes it pays to pay.
It actually always pays to pay.
It does
like
pay
not
to
every
pay.
day try and do things yourself. Outsource to an expert.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to actually make them make sense because they're like white tie-dye. Like navy
It's
tie-dye.
so annoying.
No, it's terrible.
How are you?
I'm all right. I am. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Good vibes. I'm excited. I'm still feeling like the posy energy 2024.
Yeah.
I feel like the year's just really it's really nice.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
I
really
still feel
nice.
really good.
Yeah.
I've seen like there's some articles about like how to tackle January blues and SAD, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling like that
at all.
And I think about it today, and I was like, well, when you're too high, the early waking goes down. And I was like, fuck, what's gonna happen? Saturdays. But I think I'll be fine.
Oh God, no! I think honestly, I think we've been banging on about it so much, but it's the 12-week year.
Yeah.
It really is.
You achieve something every week, and that makes you feel really good.
And then it makes you feel even better about the prospects of the future.
Yeah.
And you even start like contextualizing your 12-week, if that makes sense.
God, imagine if we started that last year.
Oh. Things would be so different.
So different.
But everything has its time. Everything
Yeah.
has its time. And yeah, it's a good one. We had a nice week last week as well. We spent a lot of time together.
We were together
like 4 days.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
What's Wednesday?
We went to that talk in
Oh shit, yeah. Monday, Tuesday,
Creek
Wednesday,
Street.
Friday.
Why did I see you on Friday?
We had lunch with Elian.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is really lovely.
4
Who's also
days.
doing a 12-week year.
Who's
Shout
also
out to
doing a
her.
12-week year. 4 days together. That
was a lot.
A lot.
And then the weekend.
Because 3 of them were back to back as well. And then 1 day break.
Oh,
It was like,
God,
see you on Friday.
Literally. But we're out there dipping and doing it. Monday was radio, of course. If you don't know, we have a weekly radio show on Represent. We're also now starting to post up our show on our SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So if you're like, you know, working from home, hate your job, hate your life, you get 2 weeks of us on radio and you can listen at any time. So hit up Prinny X Amber on SoundCloud. Tuesday, oh my God, we recorded the episode with Bella, which was
stunning.
10. And I absolutely love all the feedback from everyone.
Yeah, it was really, really
It was
positive.
so good. And what I really loved was the fact that people said they fell more in love with her. And that is the goal.
Like, I don't want to lie.
Toot my own horn. Toot,
But
toot.
is what we do.
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
yeah.
we give people a comfortable space to just, and we don't talk about things that everyone else has spoken about. You're going to see a different side to the person. And now I just want to put a bit of criticism out there.
Oh, God. On us?
No, of course not.
Never.
Never. So firstly, I think we're like great interviewers. That's like standard.
Poo.
But so the Mobo hosts were announced, which is India and Babatunde, who's a comedian. Black excellence, love, support the people, support the vibe. But my critique is there are so many presenters out there hustling and working hard, week in, week out, doing everything they want to do, and to choose someone's
entertainment talent
that's not trained and not really had the same experiences, or maybe had to work as hard to get there. It's just like a bit soul draining. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just sad. It's just really sad. And it's like, I'm sure a lot of hosts and like people who are like our peers as well were probably quite disappointed, and like I could count so many people that that should be in that position. Now, I'm not trying to take it away from them. I think it's amazing to have like come out something like Love Island, to be a comedian, this and that, and like work your way up there. But like, it's just not fair. Basically.
It just speaks to where the entertainment industry is, and that's entertainment very broadly, including like entertainment. They just care about numbers, they care about clout, they care about reach in a lot of things, and not necessarily the talent.
Yeah.
So you can have a really talented Black presenter that would be amazing, infectious personality, great demeanor, great visually on camera, but because they're not known, they're not going to book them, because what they're trying to do, what they think they're doing in their head is they're trying to pull the following of the presenter
and bring
to
in
watch
numbers.
the Mobos. But do you even understand the demographic of the person's following?
Yeah.
And do they actually care to watch them in the capacity as a presenter? Do you know, like when I think about India, I think about like fashion. I'm not taking anything away from her. I think more like fashion, beauty, lifestyle. I don't follow her, but I assume that's what people tap in and follow her for. I don't think that I don't know.
It's just a bit. And for someone like the Mobos, who should be like giving these opportunities to those people who are working hard and who are actually like hosts and presenters, it's just like, do better, Mobos. Do better. And that's my critique of the week. I hate to be a negative Nancy, but sometimes you have to say, because I'm like, what the hell?
Really?
Like, what the hell? Okay, fine, you know, you hosted like the Love Island official, like, whatever podcast.
Oh, yeah, she did. Okay, yeah, she did. Yeah.
Hosting the Mobos are two very different things.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. Remember when Chunks did it?
That was bad. Who did he do it by? He did it
With
with
Maya.
Yeah, that was very.
It
I was
was
uncomfortable.
Un tribe.
Yeah, it was
Is that terrible in
uncomfortable.
French?
What did you say?
Tribe.
Yeah,
tribe,
yeah.
tribe, yeah. It was terrible.
My key takeaway when I saw the announcement was I just really hate the styling for the press pics. But I
whispered terrible.
I also actually follow the stylist.
Yeah, but we do that all the time.
I was like, damn. Because we always say, I don't know if we said it on this podcast or maybe somewhere else, we spoke about India's, maybe it was last year with Sheldon. We spoke about like India's styling at the time. I think she just recently come out of Love Island. We were like, just don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's a
she
lot
has
is
so
happening.
much potential. And then it got to the point where I was like, well, maybe she doesn't have a stylist. But now it's like, the guy came out like, yo, like, I'm a stylist. And I was just like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think one thing I would love for her is a vision similar to like a Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like Law Roach has a vision for Zendaya. So if you're trying to position, what's her name? Oh, I almost forgot. India as presenter, whatever it is that her goals are, then you look at the greats that have done it. You look at the Maya Jammers and you look at how iconic the looks are. I felt like that gold dress in the press shoot just screamed very 25th birthday to me.
Sorry, there's crickets on my
not,
side.
you know, like not host of
no.
the Mobos. Like,
do you know who would look really great and would do it really well?
who?
Our bestie, Julie Adenuga.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, when you think of presenters,
She'd be great, I think.
Maybe it's a money thing as well, though.
Could be a money thing.
Could
Maybe
be a money
they were
thing.
offered it and they were like, no.
Could be a money thing because, like, between me and you, Mobos ain't really got it like that cash wise.
They don't. Where is it this year? I don't even know.
I think
maybe they do that in
Manny?
a different city every year.
Oh, is it? I don't know. In my head, I feel like it's Manchester, but I absolutely could be making that up. Maybe it was Manchester last year. But yeah, shout out the Mobos.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you sprung off the Bella. So what I was just going through like our touch points this week.
Sorry, yes.
No, fine. So Wednesday we went to Third Culture Africa, did a live podcast at Shoreditch House, which was really Greek Street. Sorry, why did I say that? Dumb. First of all, I love that for us because we're just like going out and just having new experiences
for free. For free. Yeah, remember, we said if you see us out, we haven't paid.
It's like for free, research purposes, like working. And I really enjoyed the episode.
It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it as well.
It was really good. The host spoke to the founder of Coco Cure and the founder or the owner rather of
Prince of Peckham.
Prince of Peckham, and he also has
Queen of the South.
Queen of the South. Yep, that's it. And spoke about
in Tulse Hill.
Yeah. Spoke about their journeys, life as entrepreneurs, black entrepreneurs in the UK, finances, raising funds, trials and tribulations. And it was just really nice to hear people's stories. I just enjoy that aspect. And then if it is that you take some key motivational takeaways as well, opportunity to network, which we actually didn't. Maybe we need to work on that.
We couldn't have gotten out there more quickly if we tried. We were like, well, grab your things and go.
But in our defense,
it was late. It was a weekday.
Yeah, it was a weekday. It was late. And we also had to do our homework to make sure the Bella episode came out on time, which, you know, all intents and purposes, the audio came out on time. The visuals were a bit delayed because she was, you know, Greek streeting. But
we have to live a life.
Yeah, life is balanced. So that was nice. And then Thursday, separation.
Break time.
Friday, we had lunch with Eliane from Exposure. That's a nice little way, like networking, industry, had a nice lunch, chilling and chatting. Felt a bit red in a very nice, positive way, more in terms of like the questions on where do you see yourself career-wise? What are you doing? Oh my God, you should like do this and do more of this and do more of that. And I'm like, I know, man, I'm just so tired.
Yeah. And we were just sat there like, okay, thanks. Yep. Sure. State the obvious. But like, she's so polite about it as well. It was basically like, get your shit together.
A little
But, like,
bit, yeah.
politely.
No, it was
Not so much like that, but it was like,
oh my God,
potential.
it's like, yeah, it's like there's so much in you, girls, like you could be doing so much. Get it. And we're like, yeah, to be fair. And yeah, it was, sorry, I'm just having flashbacks of the takeaways. But then afterwards, we went on a little tour. We were in Oxford Street, have a few bullet points. We went to a sample sale, Naked Wolf sample sale, which was really cute. Key takeaway, step your money pussy up. So you can buy things.
I've got another key takeaway.
From what?
The sample sale.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon the best deals are at the end of the day. On the last day.
You say that, but I've been to sample sales on the last day and there's like nothing there.
Oh, yeah, maybe like the second last day.
Probably, yeah, maybe like the second.
Because I saw some squiggles of markdowns.
Some squiggles. Oh, we love some squiggles. Or I think it's really the first day early on because you get like the nicest
things.
If you have money, assuming
you got money.
Assuming you got money. And then probably get the dregs. We went to Calzone tights.
Calzodonia.
Yeah, because we spoke about tights in the previous episode.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's go and have a look and see the quality tights. And I'm quite excited to get my tights game up.
There was so many tights in there, like so many different vibes, and it was just like, I love that tights is back. I don't even know if it's back. Tights shouldn't be like it's back, it's not back. Like everyone should just be wearing tights.
Yeah, it's cool.
But like so many cute patterns.
They had like leopard cheetah print, but it's not like with the brownie tone. Yeah. It's like the imprint on a black finished tight, and then cashmere tights, so many different colours like reds, beiges, maybe greens in there.
Like forest greens, grey. Did you say grey?
Grey. And also like not as expensive as I thought it. Like I've never actually gone in the store.
Yeah.
And I always assumed the tights would be like £30. I don't know why I thought that.
How much? 12 for 12?
Well, they had sales on. So they were like 12, like some 9s, 12s.
And loads of lovely socks as well. Yeah. Like cute fashion-y socks.
But it's like invest and they won't rip. Like I'm so pressed to buy £4 tights from Primark that are actually going to rip tomorrow. Why don't I just times it by 2?
They rip when I put them on.
It's so
over
terrible.
My bum. There's like leather, and I'm like,
give me a chance.
I haven't even, and I have to end up getting extra large so I can actually pull them on.
Give me an actual chance, and then
from there,
the highlight of
the week.
Drum roll, please.
Manier Devoir.
Oh, we had to go in there.
We had to. We haven't said this word in a long time. Our due diligence.
Oh, yeah.
If you're an OG listener,
you can count on us to do our due deal.
We always do our due deal. Due diligence. We do our due diligence. So we went into the store and we had to see like what's going on. It's like a concept store.
Yeah. Oh, it's like they've got a presentation on permanently. Yeah.
I'm going to do my key takeaways, and then do you want to do your key takeaways?
Yeah, sure.
No colour. Anywhere. It's so soul draining. It's like blacks, greys, and blacks.
And like
you might get a young beige, yeah. And it's just like, where are the sizes like in the back? It's just one of everything is there. That's it.
I would say,
and great lighting.
Yeah, great lighting. You take some really cool pictures in there. I would say, interestingly, they got rid of the security guard at the front.
Yes,
obviously.
no queuing to get inside.
I'm like sure they realised that is just a waste of money. Like Amber said, it's a lot of blacks. It's almost just feels a bit uninspiring considering how. Like when I used to go on the website, I'm like, oh my God, wow. It's like the way in which they've presented the pieces doesn't give you the opportunity. Like there aren't even that many mannequins.
No.
There's only like the 1 or 2 upstairs in the men's bit, supposedly men's, but there's women mannequins. That was very confusing to me. And then it's just like a
just
straight one
rails.
rail that like bends round, and then the clothes are stacked. It's like, do I look like I have time to be going through? Like, I don't know if they thought that part through.
Concept store.
Generally, it's like the what do they call it? The head count, like the number of people in the store. It's like
Minimum.
I don't know, it's like 7 of us in there, upstairs and downstairs. The cafe was.
Oh yeah, I got a thing to say about the cafe.
I mean, I didn't see the barista, so I didn't really understand.
No one was there.
Yeah, like if I wanted a coffee, I didn't really understand.
Do I make it myself?
I have to go and call someone.
They also had a tables booking.
Yeah, the little like concierge
like desk thing at the front of the cafe. So it's like, God, we're so busy. Do you want to put your number down and we'll call you when we've got a free table? Like, what the hell is going on? You're a shop. Like, you're a retail store.
I think they expected so much more.
Yeah. And then on my other thing, I don't know if you peeped the pastries.
Oh, no.
They would look dire. They look lackluster and dull. That croissant has been there since
the
launch.
Morning. Yeah. Not since launch.
That croissant was flat as flat can be. You know, I want big,
rising,
Beyonce.
fluffy.
Like, I want fluffy, crispy. Like, I want it to be like come and buy. You see how the croissants look.
The croissant
when we
Watch
were
House.
at
Oh,
and it was like, now I have to buy something. Like, it should scream eat me. It wasn't screaming that, and it was very dark in there. Apparently, it was inspired by Rolls Royce with the lights on the ceiling and whatever.
Over. Positively,
yes,
the dressing rooms are wham.
Amazing.
So big, like you can literally like spin a rat. More than a rat. Spin a rat with your arm out round and still have space. The mirrors, like ceiling to floor,
huge,
left to right, whole panel. Like you can really see yourself. You can spin around. You know who has terribly small dressing rooms?
Who?
Inditex brands.
Oh yeah.
Zara, Bershka.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
But that's because they think the Europeans are in the changing rooms. Size 8 petite girls. No.
Yeah, flat back.
Yeah.
Like my bum's getting caught in the bloody curtain because I'm trying to step back.
Oh my God, that has literally happened to me before, like bending over and my bum's caught on the curtain. It's pulled it.
No,
so embarrassing.
I'm trying to step back to see the full. I can't.
Oh yeah,
see.
I end up having to open it, and I'm just like, let me step out and see. And now everyone's looking at me. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
It's a horror.
It's not great.
So Manier de Whizzle, one up on everyone.
Yeah,
that for me, that was like the best part.
That and the lighting, selling point.
But there's something very like, because what were you saying? She was being cheeky, this one. She was like, should we ask them how they got the job?
Yeah. I was like, we're doing Panorama. We're doing like, and she was like, no. I'm like, come on, like, I'll just be like, how are you finding it working here? Like, I just want to know, like, what's the, she didn't let me ask, like, I just want to be like, how'd you get the job? Like, how was it promoted? LinkedIn, Indeed, you know.
It feels very like IG.
What was the protocol? Like, what was the interview process like? Do you meet the man himself? You know, what's your lunchtime hour? What's the hours that you're working? Like, do you get discount on the, I want to know
it's
these
very
things.
personal info though.
Do you get discount on the clothes? You work here. Like, what is the staff discount? You know, you're wearing the clothes. How you finding it? You're going to be here for 10 years. Like,
I would say it's giving very like Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister type hiring protocols.
Yeah.
Like edgy fashion kids.
Yeah. Like, what? You want to go CSM?
Yeah, it was an experience. But
we did it. Oh, and then we cussed out some security man.
Oh God, yeah.
He was being horrible to a homeless man. Sorry, allegedly homeless man. Let me not get my words wrong. And I started beefing him, and thank God for Prinny for backing me, because I start and then like I actually forget what I'm saying 'cause I'm so angry and I can't get my words out.
And also she the way it was going, she'd probably maybe want to put the guy in a headlock.
Oh yeah.
So I joined in for like crisis management. like I'm with you, but I'm like, her tone is here. I'm gonna bring it gonna bring the.
And then I called him a CC next Tuesday
Across the road, yeah, naughty girl.
Pussy. And that was our week.
That was our week together. It was very pretty eventful.
Yeah.
Really nice.
See, now that is exciting to me.
Yeah. No, you got where I.
Yeah.
Because I had the.
Yeah, I
the
forgot.
vision.
I forgot. So excited.
It's so exciting. I will lead into my martini moment.
Go for it.
I think my martini moment of this week is not really a like typical martini moment. It's like a revelation to self in that I've just enjoyed finding joy in every day, even when it's mundane.
Yeah. And
I get that from, because we got the 5-minute journal. Bloody hard work that is. I have to use my brain every day.
Yeah, I just did it once and
if you have the 5-minute journal, you basically start the day and you're like, you have like a daily affirmation. You have like 3 things that will make today great, and like what are you thankful for, right? Every day I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm still thankful for the same thing I was thankful for yesterday.
Have to find
and then at the end of the day, at night, you write like highlights of the day, and then what's the final one? What you learned, like something you learned, right? And the other one of the days this week, on the 3 points of what's the highlight of the day, I just crossed out 1, 2, 3, and I was like, you know what? There was just no highlight of today. And when I woke up the next day, I was just like, how sad of you. How sad. Like, you live in a first world country, you're able-bodied, you know, you don't want for
your
much.
own house.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, surely there are highlights of the day if you really think about it. And sometimes I think my key takeaway is that we put highlights as these like amazing, big moments. And even when martini moments, sometimes we pressure ourselves for it to be like something big.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not. Sometimes it might be, the coffee I made today was the best coffee I've made all week, and I used a new technique on TikTok.
Yeah.
Or something, you know, and then we've got so much to be thankful for. So yeah, my martini moment is that revelation that I really just want to infuse a bit more positivity into the everyday.
Well done.
Yeah.
My martini moment this week is the fact that I've been waking up mostly before my alarm. Now, whether I get out of bed is a different story, but I'm up. I'm awake. And that is like...
That's a really big deal.
A deal within itself. Yeah. Huge. Major for me. Because I'm getting my sleep.
So were you before you were just not sleeping well?
I was consistently chasing sleep because I was doing something like 5 times a week.
Right.
Coming home late, and I am actually someone that kind of needs like an 8-7 hours sleep, you know? So I'm in bed at 10:30. Like, I'm like 10. I'm like, God, gotta get ready, gotta do my nighttime routine. I'm like, right, PJ's on, brush the teeth, floss, skincare, pack the bag for tomorrow, get into bed, because I also want to have a bit of reading time in bed as well, because it really soothes the soul. And also
cute.
My mum's passed me in the book, and she's like, hurry up, and I'm like, fuck, because like doing book club. And then someone I get into bed is 10:25, and I'm like, I've only got 5 minutes to read, because the minute it hits 11, I'm like, it's too late.
We've reversed roles.
Yeah, I should really try. Like, I tried to start doing my night routine around 9:30, but on a Monday, Tuesday, I can't do that, so it kind of F's it up for me. But at least I'm like, let me just be in the bed at 10:30. So when she's there sending me TikToks, I'm asleep. But yeah, I would say my martini moment is the fact that I've been waking up.
I think without context, you'll be like, oh my God, that's so boring. It's a big deal. Okay, I don't know what camera I'm looking at. I'm looking at all of them. This one, waking up on time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, everyone knows me like to not wake up. Our cousin was around mine the other day. But I think in her head, like, I'm like some serial oversleeper. Right. Like, I still sleep until like 12 or 1, but it's like that's actually not the case. But she was like, we talk about something. She's like, God, and I was like, God, yeah, like I had to wake up like 8:30, like on the weekend. And she's like, that's not that early, but God, that must be so difficult for you. And I just thought, not anymore, actually.
No, 8:30. Yeah, you can do that.
On a Saturday, I was a bit peed off because it's like, it's my Saturday.
Where are you going?
On that bloody hike.
Oh God, yeah, sorry.
I actually woke up at 7:30.
Oh.
But and I was like, it's a Saturday, it's hard. But it's just like everyone does. The point is like everyone has this thing in their head that like I literally cannot, and I couldn't wake up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think my body clock's changing.
Well done.
When I get my sleep.
Well done. I love that. Oh, cheers.
To
a little non-alcoholic
Martini Moments.
situ. Doesn't help on an audio podcast when we both take a sip.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I know they're listening. Like, has this thing come off?
Like, where is the sound? Does it cut off for me? Oh, girly.
Girly. It's been a busy week.
It has been a busy week. So, since our last episode with just us, without a guest, we've had Milan Men's Fashion Week and Paris Men's Fashion Week. And we're currently underway of Paris Haute Couture Week. So there's a lot to talk about.
There's so much.
There was so many shows. So this is not like a who, what, where on everything. This is just our personal highlights, takeaways. I've missed this. It's been so long since we've really done like a deep dive on a
Fashion Week.
Yeah.
It's hard, It's hard. It's hard, like keeping up with the Joneses.
What I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
My takeaway for myself for the ones coming up is I think I'm actually going to look at when they're being live streamed.
Yes,
and just watch them because trying to catch up like 20 minutes. I ain't even got 20 minutes.
Even when the Sun Show was 10 minutes, I was like 10.
I started watching some of them on 2x speed. I was like.
Because I was like, I just do the drag.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm also like, I can't even have this in the background because I need to be seeing what's going on.
No, it was me being like, oh, we can just like do it while working. And it's like, no. You need to actually sit down and like put the kettle on and proper watch it. But it's exciting and it's a nice kind of way to ease ourselves into London Fashion Week, which is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in Feb.
In February. All right, where do we start? Should I start?
Yeah.
I'll start by setting the scene. I found a lot of cohesive themes across a lot of the shows.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of accessories for men's, which is like super cool. I love that. I love accessories for men. Obviously it's autumn winter, so you've got the typical trench coats, raincoats, puffer jackets, bombers, a lot of denim, double denim, tweedy elements. But what I'm most like fascinated and excited for is that there's a lot of like bejazzled situations happening.
And block colours.
Which I absolutely love for men. I love that for men. And I just really... Menswear really excites me.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what it is more than women's. Maybe because I am a woman and I consume by women's fashion. So it's like I'm not seeing anything that's super exciting because fashion is cyclical, right? It comes, we've seen it before again and again and again. But for men's, I'm just like, oh, I want to wear that. I like that. Yeah, go.
I think the reason for that. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what just happened.
You're choking.
Kind of. I think the reason for that is because exploring fashion for men is more exciting than exploring it for women, because women can dress a bit more masculine and this and that and yada yada, but when you see men in a more like gender fluid outfit or like colours or this and that, you're like, wow, oh my gosh. Whereas with women, it's like it's all been done. It's a bit boring. It's a bit like give me something new.
Yeah.
And I think that's why maybe you enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
You might enjoy it.
Maybe.
Yeah. There was like overall the theme where they returned to a more classic representation of masculinity this fashion week. They've like moved from that whole gender fluid like androgynous. So we had like cowboys at Louis Vuitton, American workwear tailoring from Prada, and then like skater boy vibes from Loewe, and it was like nice to see those little archetypes jump out.
Absolutely love. All right, mentioning Louis Vuitton, I will jump into LV. So this is Pharrell's third show for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
And it was inspired, as Amber said, by the roots of American Western wardrobe. The show started off with classic cowboy silhouettes. You got the hats, cowboy boots. You've got the like holstered trousers, jeans, so much embroidery. And then as the show progressed, I felt like it started to get slightly more modern. So you still had that kind of Western American theme, but getting a bit modern, bit like Carhartt inspired jackets. There was a bit of controversy. People were saying things. I didn't really go into too much detail with the things, but one thing that came up was like, it's been done, which it has. Cowboy has been done. I think Virgil actually had a collection. Pierre Moss kind of highlighted the fact that some of the original cowboys were black and all of that, blah, 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 blah. I quite like the collection. You didn't like it?
No, I was just going to say fashion is cyclical.
No,
like,
of
what
course.
do people expect?
And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know why people have takes and they're just stating the obvious.
Like,
it's like there's nothing new under the sun at this point.
Yeah, like everything has been done.
Yeah. And I think we also have to remember that it's not haute couture, it's ready to wear. So it has to have a commercial element of things that people would want to wear. One thing I absolutely loved, pleated jorts.
Pleated
jorts that look because as they walk, it looks like a skirt.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, men in skirts. And I was like, it's jorts.
So pleated jean shorts.
No, like even like
so they're material.
Yeah, no, sorry, not even jorts.
Right. Sorry.
Shorts. No,
like the big
pedal pushers, not pedal pusher shorts.
Yeah, I get it. So like jorts length, bagginess,
length, trousers. Pleated.
Wow. I haven't watched the LV show, so that's why I'm like a bit muted.
Watch it on 2 times speed. It was everything. So just to recap, I already said cowboy aesthetic. You had fringe, you had denim, double denim. He also brought back the like the monochrome camouflage print on a double denim. There were furs, big belt buckles, the pleated jorts that are not jorts, they're trousers, pleated torts. And a bit of glitz as well.
Yeah.
So glitz, bejazzled situation in suits. And then there was also this like, no, that was Gucci. Don't get confused. And I have a question. So a lot of people are saying that with the collections Pharrell has, they are just very reminiscent of his own personal style. And the question is like, do we think that he's expressing his style through LV? And the second question is that a bad thing?
I will answer the second question.
Yep.
I can't answer the first. So I'm completely honest, I haven't really looked at any of the collections. I think as a creative director, there are going to be some elements of your own personality because that's where your creativity comes from. It's you. It's like from within. So I don't think you can like wholeheartedly shame that and separate it and be like, I can't believe you just made something that you like. Like obviously the person is going to like it. It's hard. I think if he's not drawing influence from other things at all and it solely is just things he likes, then fine. But I'm sure he is drawing influence and getting ideas and stuff from other things as well.
And it's just his taste, which as a creative director, your taste would have a stamp on. I don't think it's a bad thing. So something else I forgot to mention in my notes was that Louis Vuitton last year, they reported 20 billion in revenue and that makes them the biggest in financial terms luxury brand. So like no one has surpassed that level of like revenue, right? Which means that first of all, Louis Vuitton are at the top of their game. They're doing their thing. And clearly I haven't actually looked at like the distribution in terms of like where the revenue came from. Pharrell is doing a thing for the men's. And I remember when he was announced as creative director, I was like, I don't get it. I don't see what it seemed like was like Mobo's getting India. It's like you're just getting a name now.
Yeah.
You're just getting another name.
Really?
Yeah, like I
But
know
he's been in the fashion.
I know he's in the fashion, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I know you've been in the fashion world,
but there's other people.
but there's so many other people that we could have called on. But I absolutely love everything he's done, and like you said, he's been in the fashion world, and I feel like his style in itself actually has global appeal. Like it's not only people in America would find that style appealing. And I also feel particularly that his style has big appeal in Asia.
I was just going to say, like, even Japan and
Japan
stuff,
especially,
like, huge.
Because when he was in his like NERD days or nerd, however you want
like
to say
getting all
it,
Bape and Billionaire Boys Club or whatever.
That was huge in Asia, so it completely makes sense. And even from a business perspective, go where the money is. They are the people spending the coin. So if that is an aesthetic that will speak to them as well, why not?
And I feel like he's probably making, and I'm saying probably because I haven't seen, but making like the products or items of clothing a bit more accessible in the sense where it's like, because it has to be ready to wear, but it's like that is something I do actually want to wear. And it's not like some like office wear bougie, like who the hell is gonna wear that kind of thing. It's like, oh, this is actually kind of like down to earth. I can wear that and it's a name.
100%.
I would want that in my wardrobe.
And the hot coveted item from the collection is the Timberland collab with LV. Mate, if I was like a hip hop bae with a lot of money, I would actually get them. They look so cool.
So, do you know what? I'm thinking about bringing my Timbs back out.
I don't have Timbs and I actually want to get
Timbs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wear them.
Okay. So
you could literally wear them today.
I know. The only reason, okay, I'll be honest, that I don't want, one of them squeaks when I walk. I think there's...
Go to a shoemaker.
There's water trapped in the sole. And I've Googled it. They're like, put it in flour, this and that, it will suck it out. But it's been so many years. Like, I just really think it's just stuck and it just is...
Try revitalize it or take it to a shoemaker. I'm sure they have a little suction.
Maybe I will, because mine are really cool. They look brand new.
Rock that. If I had Timbs, I would wear them.
Love my Timbs.
Like Timbs are very much in.
Yeah.
They're always in.
They're always in,
but I feel like they're especially in if we're talking about like trends.
Even with like jorts.
Oh.
And like a thick buckle belt.
Listen, let them turn the temperature machine up a little bit. I am banging jorts. All right, sorry, go.
So, Balmain, creative director Olivier
Ralston.
Thank you. So he had a really interesting collection. There was like a lot going on, but it was all like super cohesive. So his collection was like pop arty, and it was made with AI generated fabric. Ooh. So it's really interesting seeing like the technology coming into the Matrix. A lot of his influence and references were to like black art, and a lot of the items you can see are like images now are AI generated of like black people. But you know when they do like the silhouettes, like of heads, faces and things like that, there was a lot of like block colours and patterns like mixed together, like a green trench with like orange trousers, and then the inside it's like a polka dot or something. It was like really interesting. And he also had a lot of, I don't know what to call this, like kiss lips patterns.
Like the lipstick imprint. Like when you do the red lipstick and you do a kiss on like a tissue or something.
I really love that.
Yeah.
And they had like a trench and it was like full of it. It was really, really stunning. He had loads of gold. It was very like bold and futuristic. And then obviously his like classic Balmain like gems and the diamantes and stuff, and also like very loose tailoring, which I really like. I mentioned this before in the last Fashion Week. I want to say it's for SS24. It was, and I said, "What the fuck is going on?" And I said that bomber jackets are coming in. Girlies, get your bomber jackets now. Bomber jackets are still in, so they'll be in for AW24 as well, and also trench coats as well, like you said. But like not just like the plain trench coats, like golds, patterns, greens, like out there, like that is the statement, is the trench. So get on your Vinted. People are selling them.
Girl, I've been
Girl.
having a whale of a time on Vinted. Get on Vinted.
Literally. And then a lot of sharp and like strong shoulders, loads of padding as well. And the queen,
Yes.
Naomi Campbell, closed the show. She was wearing this very powerful beige jacket with strong shoulders again, like not wearing it, but like sat over her shoulders, this beautiful green, I don't know what to like belt, but it's like 3D, like kind of hanging off her. She just looked stunning.
Always.
It was a really lovely show, and again, loads of accessories, loads of jewelry, loads of gold.
Yeah.
A lot of gold. I really enjoyed it.
No,
That was the one I watched
it.
fast.
Yeah, no, I think I watched it on one time. That was when I had time. No, I really, really enjoyed that. But I love what you said about the fact that like a lot of the SS24 trends are continuing into autumn winter. You were seeing a lot of this because there were like trenches and puffers, and because of global warming, to be fair, the weather is not that extreme.
crazy.
Only in like a few months it's really extreme, but for the most part you can kind of cross over a lot of the stuff. But that mirroring in SS24 and SS23 and AW24 was particularly seen in Gucci's collection. So this is the first menswear collection by the new creative director Sabato De Sarno, but his second collection, so his first one was the women's.
Right.
And there were actual direct mirrored looks. So there was this look with like a long sort of trench coat on a woman with super, super short shorts, because, you know, we said short shorts are in. And then you
Literally
had the
hot
man,
pants.
wearing basically like the similar outfit, but with trousers. There were mirrored jackets and some other mirrored like knitwear looks as well, which was quite interesting. There were some criticisms of that from some people,
like
saying that like, yeah, like lazy, boring, and he was like,
boring.
No. Yawn. I can't remember. And he was basically like, listen, girl, I'm not looking for an Instagram moment, okay?
Yeah.
What his focus is more on like the construction and the quality, which I guess often you're not gonna see the quality of the piece through a video or through a picture. You have to kind of like be there. I found I'll say that bit after. So the collection it's obviously similar to the women's. So it's the Ancora series and it's a love letter to Milan.
Oh.
So you had like deep reds in the collection, which speaks to like, you know, the lust, the love. There were greens, there were blues, kind of giving that kind of like city vibe aesthetic. There were nods to like the heydays of the 90s of Gucci. We already said like a lot of 90s silhouettes are coming in, and when you looked at the collection it was like, okay, like this is very like classic 90s vibes. And he did say that because Tom Ford was a creative director in the 90s and some of his collections were on his mood board.
Right.
So I kind of see what you're doing, and it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Sometimes it's nice to have like a quintessential look. I feel like Chanel does it really well. I'm so bored of Chanel shows because I'm like, you're giving me the same two-piece skirt and blazer, tweed,
whatever it's called.
Like, I'm bored.
Like people want like something spectacular and huge, like every single time, or something out of this world that's like, again, never been done before. But it's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah. No, I get it. But the only thing I would say, I feel like if you're coming in as like, this is my debut men's, give me a Pharrell moment where you're giving me something that is like distinctively you, and not just reminiscent of the house in general. I mean, I guess you can do both ways, but he also has a background in some of his previous design roles. He was at Prada, D&G, and there was a part of the collection that was like monochrome, so very like blacks and whites with like jewels, Dolce. And it gave me Prada. It gave me almost like Prada Miu Miu energy. In if you see the visuals, I'll show you the visuals. And then I was, because when I first watched it, I was like, oh, that feels very Prada. And then when I found out he has a background at Prada, I was like,
Makes sense.
Okay. I'm kind of with you. So I guess to summarize the things we saw, like I said, we had like the deep red burgundies. There were like different shaped men's bags, which was really cool. You had classics, tailored silhouettes. We saw pops of color. So we had like lime greens, we had blues, we had forest greens, mustard yellow.
I love mustard yellow.
Absolutely obsessed. Primary colors in general and block coloring will be a thing this year.
Yeah.
So get your colors out, go crazy.
And like clash them.
Yeah.
There were loads of clashes.
Yeah. It's like, it's not even a clash, it's fashion.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had like the bejazzled elements, so on trousers, on collars of knitwear. And generally I got a very youthful vibe but not so youthful like Gen Z, but I could also see like the old Gen Z fashion lot wearing it. Like it didn't feel as old. I know I'm throwing shade again at Chanel, but just something about Chanel, it's just like, it's not for my age group. And that's fine.
Yeah, it's
but
for
this
when
was
you're
very
like late 40s, Chanel.
The shade is real. And in terms of accessories, one thing that was really hot in that collection were neckties. So ties are a big thing for men and women as well, I would say.
I just wish I was that girl.
I want to try it.
But I don't actually have to be the girl.
No.
I can just appreciate on other people.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have to try everything I like.
No, 100%.
You know, so I love a tie.
Shout out to the tie girls.
Shout out. Loewe was also on a vibrant colour scheme. It was like a very bright in your face. Again, like I said, it was like touching on like skater boy vibes. So Jonathan Anderson, he brought in Richard Hawkins, who's the professor of paintings and drawings at University of California, I believe. And like worked with him to like try and kind of draw inspiration. There was like loads of intricate detailings, there was like scaled leather coats, there was beaded trousers, there was colourful polos, there was just like loads of different elements that kind of came together. And it was just like an exciting show. It was, because sometimes the shows, when I say they're boring, if they're like too monochromatic, is that a word, or too like the colours are just very earthy and stuff, it's like, this is great, but I want something to pop. And I feel like Loewe did that show really well. It was very colourful, it was very bright.
I love that. That's an interesting point.
But I think it is very Loewe too. It is like that. It's a bit out there. Like you've got the cloud sunglasses, and like you've got all the loud colours and those kind of different shapes and stuff, and it all comes together and just makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, you said something about like sometimes people want like something that's out there. Yeah. I always feel like that. Like, oh my God, like surprise me, like show me more. And then sometimes when it happens, I'm like, oh, I'm shy. Like Rick Owens' show, it was just like out the gate, the silhouettes were very interesting. It just felt very super futuristic, super alien-y. They had like really these big, like almost bubble shoes that turned into like the cut of the trousers really bubbled out at the end, and then they had these puffer jackets that had like bubble shoulder pads coming up, and I was like, it's really artistic, but ready to wear. Ready to wear.
Would you say it's like jelly dressing?
No, I would say it's like, it almost felt like not AI, but like futuristic world where we create characters for ourselves, and these will be the outfits. Super interesting.
Are you shocked?
Super exciting.
Are you surprised that Rick Owens would?
So if I'm being honest, it's not a brand that I've actually paid close attention to outside of the trainers that everybody bangs on about, and maybe a few like knitwear pieces that are more like street style. So I don't necessarily have like a reference point of like, oh my God, this is like what they do. But I was like, not for me. Even though it's men's, of course it's not for me, but it's not.
But it's not for me anyway. I don't want my mans in there.
Yeah, no, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm trying to think what else I had notes on. Some of the other shows I watched were just like so, just classic, like Giorgio Armani. It's like very classic. Suede vibes, which is quite interesting. Beige tones, velvet, a bit tweed.
Hermes had a lot of tweed as well. They named the Hermes show the epitome of quiet luxury, which is interesting because their 2024 trends for men's was loud
really?
luxury. Was it? No. What was I called it? Was it loud luxury? I said a couple of weeks ago.
As in Hermes trend or?
No, just
general
for
men's. Yeah.
But the Hermes show was like quiet luxury. It was very reminiscent of like English countryside vibes. They had lots of tweed, loads of like earthy tones and beiges and stuff. But it was also they said it was an elegant take on dandy chic. But they had bummers and like dusty greys, and they had like weird like 3D pieces. So, like the sock was like on the jeans, like stitched to the jeans, and like everything was like all on each other and all came in one. But it was like also kind of cool. But it was just like, whoa,
kind of cool. You know, maybe. I guess with the lead times of collections, like they're working on it way before it comes out. And I feel like those conversations about quiet luxury were so last year. And I think everyone's like, oh, over it. Like, just give me drama, give me something exciting. But then if you've been working on the collection based on the quiet luxury premise, you might be a bit out of whack of like reality. The Givenchy show was interesting, very like not cohesive.
Okay.
So their creative director left as of 1st of January, Matthew Williams, and the collection allegedly, well, I got the news, but you know when you want to fact check multiple sources to make sure it's true, but it was created just by the Givenchy design team.
Oh.
So obviously it lacked a bit of like
coming together,
directing, it lacked a bit of cohesion.
So they don't have a creative director right now?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I wonder why he left.
No, I was like, what's the tea? One thing I did really enjoy though, they had these suit jackets that had cutouts on the sleeves.
Oh.
So it's like cut out front, cut out back, and you can see the bare arm, which is like quite interesting. And I feel like you can really play around with that depending on the color of the suit jacket. You can wear like an interesting colored shirt underneath, do a bit of like block coloring vibe. So that was quite like sexy to me. I quite enjoyed that. In terms of the haute couture runways, honestly, I mean, it's still underway. So I'm still like, getting into it. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back with bullet points, but obviously Schiaparelli kicked off. They always open up haute couture fashion week, and it was a vibe. It's always a vibe. It's always a vibe. I just absolutely love what they present. It's time to be like exciting, crazy, rah!
In your face,
like
you big disgrace.
And Zendaya attended looking.
Oh my gosh, unreal. The hair.
Mate, Laura Roach is in the back like, I ate things
every
I did
time
that. Like, don't chat. You can't chat. Like, don't chat to me.
Yeah.
Don't chat to me. So yeah, I found the Chanel. I know this is like the third time I'm shading Chanel, but I found it so boring.
But Chanel is.
It's like this is.
Like, the Manchester show was so like dead. Like
it's dead. Yeah. It's a dry time. It's a dry time in the city.
I do want to touch on GmBH. It's the first time I heard the brand, but they like basically closed off Paris Fashion Week.
Nice.
And it was with a plea for peace between Israel and Palestine. It was quite a political kind of take. So Benjamin Hughesby and Sarhat Ashok, shout out to my fellow Turks, they made like a powerful political statement. So the close of it, they like came out and they did a speech and was like, we want peace for everyone. And then they were wearing like Palestinian keffiyeh scarves. So that's the kind of like black and white pattern scarves and stuff. And they were just like talking about the anti-Semitism and Islamophobia happening globally as well, and being like, we need to stop that and stuff. And then a lot of their items were models wearing like watermelons, which is kind of, if you want some backstory, where Palestinians aren't allowed to wave their flag in Palestine. Watermelon's a fruit that has all the three colours of their flag.
Oh, is that why they use watermelon?
Yeah,
I
so
never
it has
got
the
it.
Red, the black and the green. So a watermelon is like their only way, the symbolism of their flag. And they had boys in like keffiyeh kind of like suits and like fully wrapped up as well. It was actually really nice because I think in a world where like so much is going on, sometimes these kind of shows and stuff, it's a bit like, not tone deaf, but it's a bit difficult for some creators and designers, because it's like, I have to do my job, but like there's people dying kind of thing. So I think it was really nice that they did make a reference to it and discuss it as well. Obviously being immigrants themselves too, they have a bit more of a closer connection to it. So yeah, it was a really nice show though.
I quite like where fashion and cultural events, there's like a bridging of the gap, and like you said, you don't want to be so like tone deaf and not contextualize in the world that we're living in and speaking to that. And fashion is a form of expression in art form, and you have like rappers and artists that will speak about the trials and tribulations of their particular group or whatever group they identify as. So I really like that.
Yeah, no, it was really touching, to say the least. And I've not heard of the brand before either. GmBH for anyone that's wants to know. One
thing I really want to do, probably for the fashion weeks coming up, and then obviously next year when we look at like, no, not later this year actually, men's SS25.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch more shows from brands I don't know about.
Yeah, they have so many cool things. Sorry, can I just quickly show you this?
Go.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, you have to be a subscriber.
Oh.
Look at that keffiyeh.
Oh, cool. I absolutely love.
Really cool.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, it's like I guess we come here and we speak about like the name brands that we already know, the Dior, D&G, Givenchy, Valentino, what we didn't really talk about all them, but you get the vibe. And
no, listening. All the brands we didn't talk about.
Prada. And it's like, we're like, oh, I'm bored, done it before. But it's like, it's just a representation of the brand's continued evolving aesthetic, which has a common thread within it. So of course I'm bored because I've seen this before, versus if I actually look at like a new up and coming brand of designers that come from different worlds and have different life experiences from a lot of these creative directors that share a similar profile, white men. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna see something different. So yeah, I really want to challenge myself to like look at
same.
I
think so too. And then we can teach you guys, because obviously that's like what we're here for.
That's like honestly what we're here for. Where we go though? Oh, Kim Kardashian has been announced as an ambassador for Balenciaga again.
Oh, okay.
So if we remember, Balenciaga obviously went through got a lot of backlash for a campaign that had references to paedophilia essentially in some of the documents that were displayed in the background, that apparently was an accident. Oh, okay. Anyway, at the time, Kim K was like, you know, I'm taking a step back to reevaluate my relationship with Balenciaga.
Oh yeah, Balenciaga.
And she reevaluated and said, I'm ready to come home. Not shocked. Not surprised. I feel like she only said she's reevaluating it because of the heat she was getting, not because she has a moral compass. Not to say she doesn't have a moral compass, but by perception, it seems as though she cares more about money than actually speaking up for what's right.
I just want to know, until what point, like, all the money? Like, until where? Courtney always makes such a good point. She's like, what are you going to do with all of this money? Like, you will do anything for money. And she's like, you've got so much of it. Like, until what end? Like, what more do you need? Which is a really good point.
Like, just take a day off. Like, take a break.
Take a day off.
Like, if you're not the ambassador for Balenciaga, does that impact your children's school fees?
Their dad is literally Kanye West.
They're good. Like, you're good
for the rest of even like 2, 3, 5 generations later. You're fine.
You're good. Like, what are you doing for community? How are you giving back? Like, even if you look at the Hadid sisters, like, they will speak up about their culture and they will speak up about their people. Like, why don't you go to like an Armenian convention or something?
Oh, they go to Armenia. They go to in the Keeping Up with the Culture.
In the show, but it's like in real life. Like, what are you? I remember when
in her defense.
What? Oh, okay.
her whole law degree, getting the law degree and helping those incarcerated, like, falsely. She's gotten a few people out.
I also just feel like that was like so self-serving.
Yeah.
And it was such a moment. Like, where's your books? Like, keep going. Why you stop? It's for the show.
Oh.
And there was the live with her and North when people were putting the Palestine flag, and North was like, "What is that? Why'd they keep doing that?" And what did she say? She said something like, "It's something like another country."
Yeah.
And I was like,
she didn't want to have that conversation with her.
I was like, that is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is your opportunity. Like, why do you care so much about money? Especially where you actually own your own brands. So even if some of the brands you work with said, we're not going to work with you because you're speaking about Palestine, you will be okay.
Absolutely fine.
Ciao. We had a time.
I
enjoyed the episode.
I do. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I just get choked up.
God. Okay, so we are going to record an episode of Dating Diaries.
Woo!
I just want to say though, last week's episode with Bella, Dating Diaries, the realness was freed. Like,
she gave it all up.
This isn't an ad, but if you're not on Patreon, you need to get on Patreon, because you have to remember every guest we have on the main pod, we have a dating diary. So we end up finding out all their tea.
Are they single? Are they not? Are they fucking? Are they not?
Like, what's going on?
What is going on?
All right, cool.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
This was beautiful.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.